Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma on Wednesday said that the Congress had in the past did nothing to resolve the border dispute with Assam. Sangma hit out at the opposition and said that the Congress did not even know the names of the areas where there were disputes. The Meghalaya Chief Minister said that efforts made in the last couple of months have been very extensive. Chief Minister Sangma said that the sad part is that the opposition will say that the government is doing nothing had the joint visit been not made. And now when the government is taking steps, the party is saying that the authorities are acting too fast.
Concerns of the opposition are noted down. Obviously, we are not going to be in a haste. We have been, in fact, the efforts that have been made in the last 2 months is very extensive. The visits that have been made have never been done before. It's sad that earlier the Congress government did not make any efforts at all. In fact, I don't think, as I was mentioning earlier, they won't even know the names of the areas of differences. Forget the names of the villages, and I'm sure they've never visited those locations also. So I think the fact that no efforts were made that time, but a lot of efforts are being made now. Again, I don't want to be competitive out here, but those are facts. And the sad part is that when we don't meet, then the opposition will say, well, they're not serious. When we meet and we work, they're saying they're too serious. So they'll have to make up their mind what is it that they want.
And Chief Minister Conrad Sangma maintained that a lot of aspects would be taken into consideration to resolve the border dispute, which also includes the historical aspect. Sangma also said that there is no question of excluding any stakeholder from the process.
We have always maintained that there are multiple factors that we need to look into. Obviously, historical facts is one of them. But at the same time, we also have to see the current facts. We also have to see aspects of the will of the people. We have to see aspects of the contiguity. So there's so many aspects that are there, and the current situation, what is prevailing. So only after we see all of those aspects, we need to look into it. And yes, even the historical facts will also be examined. But we will see that what will be in the best interest of both the states and try to find an amicable solution.
So there is a feel that the KGDC has been left out many occasions. Recently in the KGDC session also the concerns were raised.
There is no question of leaving anybody behind. There is homework that the government has to do. So this basically committees that were there were two government committees. So therefore it had to be involved and made out of only the government officials and government ministers and MLAs. So therefore it was restricted to that. Once we get these reports and once we do our homework, so we felt that while we're doing our homework, we and the government that is doing its homework, and the two governments are doing their homework, we will not have the other stakeholders in it. But obviously once this homework is done, once we have something on the table to show it to everybody, then obviously there's going to be a huge, extensive consultation. And the district councils, obviously, who are a very, very important part of this discussion, will have to be consulted, and we will be doing the needful. So there is no question. And it's not just the district council. We will try to do as much of extensive consultation with as many organizations and stakeholders as possible, because this is a very important issue, and we feel that we need to ensure that everybody is consulted and participation is there from all.
The Chief Minister added that the government is expecting the reports of the regional committees to be filed on the 30th of November. Chief Minister Sharma also said that a final decision may prevail before Christmas.
We are expecting that the reports will be received by the respective committees by the 30th of November. And we will start consultative process with stakeholders in our respective states. Be it political parties, be it the district councils, or different organizations, different traditional heads, and all the stakeholders who are there. We will do an extensive consultation based on the reports we receive. And once that is done, then we will finally once again sit with Assam counterparts. And if we are able to come to an agreement or a consensus, then we will try to resolve the issues before the 30th of. In fact, we are trying it before Christmas. We'll try to find a solution. But let me reiterate that it's not very simple. There are a lot of complications. So it's not simple that we are saying that we'll be able to resolve everything. We are hoping that we'll be able to resolve. We are quite confident that we'll be able to take things to a new level where at least some areas will be resolved. But we are hopeful that all of the 6 areas will be resolved. But it's only once we receive the reports will we be able to finally understand. So it's a process. There's a hope. There's a effort being made. All the chairmen have really been working hard, and we will try our best